This is Scott Ryder. Welcome to my YouTube channel, IWNQ. You know, there's lots of people that you could interview about. Do you know what IWNQ stands for?
Put me on the spot here now.
Where is it?
Personally.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. I need your help.
I see it. Yeah.
I will never quit.
Ah, I like it.
So you can kind of relate to that, can't you?
Yeah, we all can.
But this is Ryan Hall, and I said on the way here, I don't want to embarrass you because you're a modest, humble guy, but the greatest distance runner in the history of the United States of America.
That's a stretch, Scott. That's a
No,
stretch.
I don't think it's a stretch at all. I'm shaking doubly today. I'm shaking from Parkinson's, and it's cold here in Flagstaff, Arizona. What's the temperature, man? It's crazy.
I think we're in the 40s or 50s today.
So Ryan and I struck up this conversation, and he was very kind, and I reached out to Ryan and asked him if he'd be willing to participate on my YouTube channel. I want to share with everybody how I met Ryan. So I'm in this garage of this house that I'm renting, and I look out across the lawn, and I see this dude walking across here. I think, dang, that's Ryan Hall. Next thing you know, he's in my garage, and we're talking bicycles. He was kind enough to come into my house and meet my wife.
So yeah, I've had a lot of people pour into me and help me through some really tough times during my life. One of which was I was at Stanford my sophomore year, and I was battling with depression. When I looked in the mirror in the morning, what I saw was someone who's not being successful. I was really struggling academically. I was hurt. I was sick. I had poison oak. Like everything was going wrong. You know, my running was going terrible. I was getting last place in race after race. So
You really were?
I've gotten last place more than I've won. Yeah, like that's something that
It's kind of life, really. When you get down to it.
No, failure is part of the journey, and it's a step you have to take to get to your full potential, in my mind anyways, at least my experience. Another guy at Athletes in Action,
Really?
he was also one of my mentors during my time at Stanford, and we met with every week, and we were just chatting about life, doing Bible studies, praying together. He was really instrumental in that kind of hard season I went through at Stanford as well. And I remember all those things that I was taught by people who mentored me. And now when I'm coaching, a lot of those same like kind of life lessons that I've learned through them, now I get to share with my athletes, or I get to share with my kids, or I get to share in a blog or a book, whatever it may be, just trying to keep that channel of like freeing information that's going to free people up from whatever is keeping them down. Keep that flowing, you know? Like it can't just stop with me. Like I got to receive it, and then I got to pass it on. So I'm really thankful that I've had so many people pour in my life. I feel super blessed, and I know like I wouldn't have achieved the things I did achieve in my professional running career if it wasn't for them.
I think you can tell me if I'm wrong. It's sort of unusual to go from the 1500 all the way up to the marathon. Now, with that said, I have this philosophy. I think a lot of kids in high school should all move up an event. I think they all run one or two events. They all want to be sprinters, because it's easier. But it's amazing. I don't think you could have prolonged your career as long as you did and been such an entrepreneur had you not become a marathoner. Let's face it, you don't remain a 400-meter runner until 35 or 36 years old, right? You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's true. So yeah, one of the fun things about our sport is we get to travel a lot. That's probably what I miss most about it. And I still do get to travel a fair bit. Like I'm going to India next week. But we would train in different training locations. So we went to Kenya one time, and then we went to Ethiopia.
That experience there then led you to meeting your daughters, right?
Yeah. So we kind of fell in love with the people, the culture, like everything about the country. We just loved it there. So we went back there and trained a couple times. And one of the big problems in Ethiopia is there's 6 million orphans.
6 million?
6 million. Yeah. That's quite a number. It's kind of hard to fathom that.
I can't fathom that.
And during that time, it was actually on Facebook. Like, there's all these adoption Facebook groups,
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
So Sarah became aware of 4 biological sisters that had been looking for a home for 3 years, and they were talking about splitting them up because they couldn't find a home. So 2 to like an Italian couple and 2 to like an Australian couple. It's like they'd never see each other again.
Like, we can't let that happen.
I come from a big family. I'm in the middle of 5 kids, and I was just like, I can't let that happen. Yeah, if I can do something about it, then I'm gonna do something about it. So that's kind of also something I learned in my career was not to make decisions based on fear. And for me, like overcoming big challenges is all, there's a lot of different keys that I've pulled on throughout the years, but one of the biggest ones is just not thinking about how hard the road is in front of you. And I think you could probably relate to that one too. You know, it's just like the title of my book is Run the Mile You're In. Like, just focus on what you're doing right now. Focus on this moment and being the best version of yourself in this moment. Because like I always hated being on the starting line of a marathon because I knew what was waiting for me down the road, and I have to remind myself, like, just stay
Have
in
you
the
heard
mile
some
you're
of
in.
my presentations? Because I think it
Am I
sounds like
stealing
you're
your
stealing my
presentation?
thunder.
Yeah. Okay. Well, remind me not to talk after you
I'm
if
just
we're
kidding.
both presenting at the
But
same time.
I relate to that because I've said with Parkinson's, I know I'm not going to get any better. So you know what's most important? Right now.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
This moment's a blessing.
That's
Right
so
now is the most
great.
important.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this concept that I call head games. Sometimes I play head games to make it just through each day.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Yeah.
it's kind of like what you were doing in a way, playing games in your mind just to
Yeah.
persevere.
Yeah, I mean, you got to learn how to coach yourself through it, you know? Because it's nice to have encouraging people around you. You need that for sure. You need people speaking into your life. But you also got to know how to coach yourself through those really tough moments, you know? So that's something I think about with my kids. Like, how can I not just tell them how they should feel, but teach them how to encourage themselves as well, you know? Because no one can be there all the time for you. When I was running professionally, I was trying to build my body to be as fast as I could possibly be and see how good I can get, you know. When I got to the end of that road, kind of got into coaching a little bit. Started coaching a high school cross country team out in Redding, California, where we used to be, and just kind of fell in love with that interaction with the athlete and getting to inspire and encourage and help athletes on their journey. You know, it kind of made my journey make sense, you know? Because I think sometimes when we're in the middle of our own personal journey, we think it's about our own personal development, which it partially is, but I felt like God was telling me it's also about what are you going to do with it afterwards, and how are you going to share that with other people? How are you going to help people on their journey? It's not just about you, you know?
You and Sarah have devoted your life to a foundation. Tell me about that foundation, what it's all about, and why you started the foundation.
Yeah, so back in 2008, we partnered with Team World Vision to raise funds for clean water in Zambia. So we helped bring clean water to about 90,000 people through running the Chicago Marathon 1 year, one group of people. So we went to Zambia and we're doing these like borehole ribbon cutting ceremonies and interacting with the people. And I was just thinking about the fact that these kids are now getting to grow up fully with their parents still there, you know, and how amazing that is that we can accomplish that through running a race, you know, and doing some fundraising along the way. So we started our foundation to partner with other mostly local organizations, like the local people doing the work, and we're getting behind them and empowering them through the relationship we built with them, to just work towards eliminating issues related to global poverty, you know. So we've done stuff with orphanages, we've built medical clinics, maternity wards, and we have a lot of ongoing relationships in Ethiopia with local NGOs that we're supporting there. So we just found that like running can be about so much more than just how, you know, covering a race, covering the terrain. You know, it can be about, at the end of the day, like adding years to someone's life. So we wanted to give runners to partner with us and have that same experience we got to have, where like, man, my running is like, it's accomplishing a point, whether I'm successful or, you know, successful in your own eyes or not.
Running has led you to a whole lot of really meaningful things in life, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the beautiful thing about sports and why we try and encourage our kids to do it. It's because the experiences, the people, the lessons, the life lessons you learn, they transcend sports.
Thanks, Ryan Hall. Thanks for
Yeah,
inviting us
yeah.
into your home and your family. You're a
Yeah.
special dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and do encourage you guys to subscribe. I've personally subscribed to the channel, so check it
Boom.
out. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.